Hi guys, it's Miss Amanda here. I just wanted to remind you to keep wearing your mask when you're out in public, when you're around people, to keep being safe. And so today I thought we would talk about our 5 senses. You know, we have 5 senses to help us know what is around us. And so I thought we could talk about those 5 senses today. Does anyone know what 5 senses I'm talking about? The first one is your sense of smell. And what do we use to smell with? Our nose, that's right. And so one of our senses is to smell. Our next sense is to see, our sight. And what do we use to see with? Our eyes, very good. The next sense is our sense of taste. And what do we use to taste things? Our tongue, you're right. We can taste things with our tongue. So we've got our sense of smell, sight, taste. What else do we, what other sense do we have? We have your ears for hearing. That's right. We use our ears to hear things. And then the last one is our sense of touch. So what do we use to touch things? Our hands, our fingers, that's right. So I thought we would read this book called My 5 Senses so that we can talk about each of our senses. And then we're going to play with Mr. Potato Head and put him together with his 5 senses, okay? So this book is called My 5 Senses by Aliki, okay? And here's the cover of the book, remember? And here is the back of our book. So let's get started. My 5 Senses. There we go. It says, I can see. I can see with my eyes. Yes, very good. We use our eyes to see. Can you show me your eyes? Here are my eyes. Where are your eyes? There they are. Wonderful. How many eyes do we have? We have 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 eyes. I can see with my eyes. I can hear with my ears. Show me your ears. Yeah, there they are. And guess how many ears we have? 1, 2. 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 2 ears. I can hear with my ears. Oh, I can smell with my nose. Where is your nose? How many noses do we have? Just one nose to smell things. I can smell. I smell with my nose. I can taste. I can taste with my tongue. Where is your tongue? Yes, it's in your mouth. Let me see your tongue. Awesome. How many tongues do we have? 1. Just 1 tongue. I can taste. I can taste with my tongue. And what was the last one? I can touch. I can touch with my fingers. Show me your fingers. Let's wiggle our fingers. Good, now let's count our fingers. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fingers to feel with. I can touch. I can touch with my fingers. I do all this with my senses. I have 5 senses. When I see the sun or a frog or my baby sister, I use the sense of sight. I am seeing. When I hear a drum or a fire engine or a bird, I use my sense of hearing. I am hearing. When I smell soap or a pine tree or cookies just out of the oven, I use my sense of smell. I am smelling. And when I drink my milk and eat my food, I use my sense of taste. I am tasting. When I touch a kitten or a balloon or water, I use my sense of touch. I am touching. Sometimes I use all of my senses at once. Sometimes I use only one. I often play a game with myself. I guess how many senses I am using at that time. Let's see if we can guess. When I look at the moon and the stars, how many senses am I using? One. I use one sense. I am seeing. Remember, he says, I look at the moon and the stars. I am seeing. But how about this? When I laugh and I play with my puppies, my puppy, guess how many senses he's using now? So he's playing with the puppy and he's laughing and he's looking at the puppy and he's hearing the puppy. That's right. I use 4 senses. I see the puppy, I hear the puppy, I smell the puppy, and I touch the puppy. Good job. See if I can get my page to turn. There we go. All right, how about now? When I bounce a ball, how many senses are we using? Good. We're touching the ball, so that's 1 sense. What else are we doing? We're seeing the ball. That is 2 senses. And then what happens when that ball hits the ground? Does it make a noise? Yes, it does. So we use 3 senses when bouncing a ball. You can see, hear, and touch the ball. Good job. How about now? Sometimes I use more of one sense and less of another. But each sense is very important to me because it makes me aware. Do you know what aware means? It says to be aware is to see all there is to see, to hear all there is to hear, to smell all there is to smell, and taste all there is to taste, and touch all there is to touch. That helps makes us aware of things in our environment. Wherever I go, whatever I do, every minute of the day, my senses are working and they make me aware. Do you know you're using your senses every day, all day long? So we are going to play with Mr. Potato Head and put him together so that he can use all of his senses to be aware of his environment. So let me get Mr. Potato Head. Okay, here is my Mr. Potato Head, and right now all he is a potato. We need to add some things to him, okay? So let's see. First, let's add what we use to see things, what we use for our sense of sight. What do we use to see things? Your eyes, very good. We use eyes to see things. Let's see what I got in here. Is this an eye? No, it's a nose. Let's see. Are these eyes? No. Those are shoes that go on our feet, right? What about... What about these? Are these eyes? Yes. Yes, these are eyes, and we use these for our sense of sight. I think I am going to use the blue eyes, and we will make her a Mrs. Potato Head. So where do our eyes go? Do our eyes go above our nose or below our nose? Yes, you're right, above the nose. So I'm gonna put the eyes up top here. Okay, so we've got one sense. We've got our sense of sight. Now, what sense do we need? Our nose, that's right. And what sense do we use our nose for? Is it for sight or for smell? Smelling, very good, you're right. We use our nose to smell things, our sense of smell. Okay, let's see, was this a nose? Did we say this was a nose? No, it's not. What about this one? Is this a nose? Yes, this is a nose. What color nose is this? Is it green? No. Is it yellow? No. Is it orange? Yes. Yes, this nose is orange. Okay. So does the nose go down here? No. What about right here, right below our eyes? Yes, good. That is where our nose goes. All right, so now we've got two senses. We've got our sense of sight with our two eyes, and we have our sense of smell with our nose. Okay, let's see what sense do we need next? What goes right below your nose? It is your mouth, yes. And what is inside of our mouth that helps us taste things? That is your tongue, that's right. We use our tongue to taste things that we eat or drink. So there is our third sense, our sense of taste. Let's see if we can find a mouth that maybe has a tongue in it. Let's see. All right, I found some different ones that we can use, and we can decide which one we want to use. First, I found this one. Okay, what are these? Those are your teeth, you're right, but can we taste stuff with our teeth? No, you can chew things with your teeth, but we don't taste with our teeth. What did we say we tasted with? I've got a mouth right here, but again, we don't taste with our mouth. We taste with our tongue. You're right. And look, I found two tongues. Do we have two tongues in our mouth? Nope, just one. We only need one tongue. So I'm going to pick the pink tongue because your tongue is kind of pink. And we're gonna put it, does it go here? No. Does it go here? Yes. So there is our tongue sticking out of Mrs. Potato Head. And our third sense, the sense of taste. So we have our sense of sight, our sense of smell, and now we have our sense of taste. Good job, we just got two left. All right, who can remember what we use to hear things with? Do we use our fingers or our ears to hear? Our ears, very good, you're right. And do we have one ear? No. Do we have two ears? Yes, we have two ears. So let me find some ears in here. Here we go. I found some. 1, 2 ears. And do our ears go down here below our mouth? or over here beside our ears. Yeah, I mean beside our eyes, sorry, yes. Beside our eyes. There we go. Now we have our sense of hearing. We've got our sense of sight, our sense of smell, our sense of taste, and our sense of hearing. We have one left. Can you guess what that is? Our sense of touching. That's right. The fifth sense is our sense of touching, and we use our fingers to touch, right? And what are our fingers attached to? Well, they're attached to our hand. And what is our hand attached to? It's attached to our arm. Good. So let me see if I can find some arms in here. I'm going to put Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head on some feet so that she can stand here for you. Tried to pop the back off, sorry. She's going to stand up here, and then I am going to find us some arms. Here we go. I found, how many arms do we have? 2. You're right, we have 2 arms. And we're going to put them right here. And there we go. There is our sense of touch. So remember, we had our sense of sight, our sense of smell, our sense of taste, our sense of hearing, and our sense of touching. Okay, so before we go today, I wanted to ask you a few questions of each sense just to make sure that you understand what we use our senses for, okay? So what are some things that we can use our eyes to see, our sense of sight? What are some things that we might see? Yeah, you can see that. What else? Yeah, very good. You might see a school bus on your way to school, or you might see your mom when she picks you up from school or when you get off the school bus. You can see the television when you watch TV at night. All right, so those are some things that you can see. We use our sense of sight for. Now, what are some things we use our sense of smell for? What are some things that we might smell? What else might we smell? Very good. Some other things we can smell, you might smell flowers. Flowers have a good smell to them. Or your mom might light a candle to make it smell good in your house. Or you can smell whatever is cooking for supper. Food has a good smell to it. Sometimes you might smell something stinky, like maybe your shoes are stinky because you've been outside playing all day. That's what we use our sense of smell for. Now we have our sense of taste. What do we use our sense of taste for? What else? Good. You can use it to taste whatever you are drinking, like chocolate milk or apple juice. You can also use it to taste whatever you're eating, like a lollipop or spaghetti or ice cream. So those are all things that we can use our sense of taste for. Now we've got our sense of hearing. What are some things that we hear with our ears? Good, yes. What other things can we hear with our ears? That's right, we can hear people talking, or we can listen to the radio and hear people singing, or you might hear a dog barking, or you can hear the TV when it's playing your favorite cartoon. Or you might hear a horn honk when you're driving down the road. You can hear the cars going past. Those are all things that we can use our sense of hearing for. And then what are some things we can use our sense of touch for? Yeah, very good. We can use our sense of touch maybe to hug our family members, or you can use your sense of touch to pet an animal, maybe a dog or a cat. Or you might use your sense of touch to open a book and turn the pages in the book. You feel the book that way. So those are all different things we use our senses for. And notice that we use a lot of our senses together. Like, for example, if you're watching TV, watching your favorite cartoon or watching maybe your favorite video on YouTube, you would use your sense of sight and your sense of hearing and your sense of touch, because you're either holding your tablet or maybe you're touching the remote to press play on the TV. So we can use our senses separately, or we can use them together to help us be aware, remember, of all the things of our environment. So remember, we have our sense of sight, sense of smell, sense of taste, sense of hearing, and sense of touching. So how many senses do we use during the day? 5. You're right. We use our 5 senses. All right. Mrs. Potato Head and I had a lot of fun with y'all today, and we hope you enjoyed our video on the 5 senses and answering some questions about it, and we'll see you later. Bye.